Here are instructions for today's lesson. Today we are reading Shiloh chapter 11. So that should be the first thing that you do. You can either, as always, download the chapter and read it independently, or you can follow along as I read it aloud. After you complete reading chapter 11, you are going to do the assignment that goes along with chapter 11, and that is right here in Shiloh chapter 11, storyboard that character trait with multiple evidence. So we're going to be using storyboard that today. So here are the instructions. We are able to infer much about David Howard and his character traits in this chapter by his actions and what he says. We are going to use storyboard that to show a character trait with multiple pieces of evidence. So we're going to think of one strong character trait you would use to describe David Howard. Then you must provide 3 pieces of evidence from this chapter to support your character traits. So again, you are not listing 3 different character traits. You are choosing one character trait for David Howard and giving 3 pieces of evidence for that character trait. So it's a little different than what we've done, where it's been like previously been like, hey, list 3 character traits of this character. Now I want you to choose one strong character trait of David Howard that you think, and then I want 3 pieces of evidence that support that character trait from this chapter. Okay. And it says right here in the middle box, you'll label your character trait you're choosing for David Howard. In the surrounding boxes, show and tell 3 pieces of evidence from the chapter to support your character trait. So this is the template you'll be using right here on storyboard that. So in the middle, you'll write the character trait that you choose for David Howard that you think most strongly identifies David Howard. And then around here, you'll show 3 pieces of evidence from this chapter that support your character trait. Okay. So for instance, if I chose brave, I'm just making up one right now. If I chose brave, I'd put brave in the middle, and then I have to give 3 pieces of evidence along here that show in this chapter why David Howard is brave. Okay, why I'm choosing that as a character trait for him. And so piece of evidence 1, second piece of evidence, third piece of evidence. Okay, and what you should do is you should show it and then write a sentence telling that piece of evidence, explaining your piece of evidence. Okay, so show it and tell. So again, just like with all our storyboards, no white space. You have to have characters. You have to have as much detail as possible. You'll use the link right here. That should take you to storyboard. And again, make sure before you start, make sure that it takes you to this page, right, where it's the assignment page. And it's going to give you that template. And then you'll start the assignment there. If it's not giving you that template, and you're not seeing this instructions, you're either logging in wrong or you're not clicking the link. And so you're doing something wrong. So make sure that before you start, you see this when you click and you're on that Shiloh chapter 11 assignment. Shiloh chapter 11 character trait with multiple pieces of evidence. Okay. Once you are done with this assignment, you need to download your storyboard as an image, like we've been doing, and submit it to this assignment. So on yours, you'll go over here. You'll have that submit button. You'll click it. You'll submit it. You'll upload your image that you downloaded, and that'll turn it in. Okay, and that'll be it for that. And if you have any questions, as always, just let me know.